Hi, and welcome to the Danville Public Library. I'm Nancy, and I'm going to be showing you our craft for this week. It's a really cool looking feathered beaded pouch. And so you want to come in either in the library, because we sure love seeing you, or curbside and pick it up. And also, we're going to have a special visitor this week who's going to talk about fairy tales and tales. It'll be really cool from the Vermilion County Conservation District. She'll be in and she'll have a really cool display, so make sure you check that out. So the first thing that you need to do is take everything apart, and in there you'll find this really cool thing about a nature scavenger hunt and making a nature picture and just all kinds of cool things about nature. This can be a little challenging, so if you just take your time with it, and also an adult can really help with this too. So I'm sure with a little bit of help you'll have no trouble at all. So when you get it, all of these come in this little pouch. There's feathers and all these cool colors, and there's beads and a needle. Be very careful. It's not super sharp, but just be careful. And then like there's these beads in yellow and blue and red. And there's also, this is the clasp. So make sure you kind of put that to the side. So that's the first thing I like to do, is take everything out and get it all situated. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take this and put it on a table. And this is kind of the square, it's a rectangle kind of thing. And then you have the fringe, and you're going to lay the fringe on top. And you're going to make sure when you're doing that, that you're lining up all of these circles. So see how all of my circles are lined up together, so I can see through because all of them are lined up. Then I'm going to fold it over, and I'm going to line up these circles as well. So I'm going to have those circles lined up and these circles lined up. So all my circles are all going to be lined up together. And then I'm going to take one of the pieces of string. They're kind of knotted. It's okay. Just take one out. Then I'm going to thread my needle, which I just kind of bend it over and slide it through. It's a little tricky at first, but just practice and I'm sure you'll get it. I tied a knot at the end of my thread, just like this, and then I start to sew. And the way that I do that, remember we've lined up all those pretty circles, and I go over through all those circles, the holes, and then I go over and through all those circles to the holes. And I go through and I keep doing that, making sure I get all of my circles together. And I just go all the way around and around the pouch, making sure I get all of them sewn together.
Oh boy. Well, congratulations.
So I'm going to do all of these along the bottom, lining up all my holes, and then I'm going to just continue this all the way around the side and then up through here. I'm going to continue going around and through the holes, just like this, until I have the whole thing sewed together. And then I would tie a knot and I'll be done with that one. This next one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to thread my needle. I like to make a loop over it and then push it through the hole, just like that. I'm not going to put a knot in this one. This one I am going to go in the hole. Well, actually, I'm going to start at this edge. I'm going to go in the hole, and then I'm going to go through the next hole, and I'm going to go through the next hole. Same thing, lining them up. And through the next hole. Making sure I leave some at the end. And then I'm going to do something. I'm going to go back through the other way, same thing. Through the hole. And through the hole. And through the hole. And then with this one, I'm going to do something cool. I'm going to take a yellow bead and a red bead and a blue bead. Oop. And I'm going to thread those on both sides of my threads. So I'm going to put some on this side, and it's usually a little bit easier if you put a little tape on the end, just like this, because then it'll thread through the thing just a little bit. I like to take just a little bit of tape and just kind of tape the end. Just do this like this. It just makes it a little bit stiffer, and then you can thread it through the hole just a little bit easier. So I just push that through the hole, just like this. So I have a yellow bead, and a red bead, and a blue bead. And then I'm going to tie a double knot, which just means I'm going to go over and under once, and over and under again. This just makes it so that my beads aren't going to fall off of my string. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side, so it'll look just like that. So it'll hang down like that, and I can cut it or I can leave it long, whichever I want. And then I'm going to take and my last piece of string, and you'll see that there's 2 holes, and this one is kind of tricky because there's 2 holes, but there is no other hole on the other side. So, and this is for the last piece of string, and this is going to be the one that's going to kind of hold it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of thread this through like this. And then I'm going to need these 2 pieces that are these black pieces. And I'm going to thread one side of the string through one side, like that. And I'm going to take the other side and I'm going to thread it through the other side. Like this. And then I'm going to do that same double knot. 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to pull it nice and tight. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then I'm going to push these 2 things together. Just like that. So it'll hang up like that. And then I can decorate this. This is the cool part. So I can thread this fringe through these beads, so I can do some blue and some yellow and some red. So this is blue, and maybe this one will be yellow. You can do a pattern, or you can mix them all up. You can do 2 on 1. You just kind of stick these through. You might try the tape thing if it's a little stiff. Makes it a little stiff. So you just kind of, and then of course after you put your bead on, you want to tie a knot so it doesn't come off the end. So you just tie a little knot. So you can push the bead up, tie a little knot like this, just over and under, and pull it through. Ta-da! And then this is the really cool part, the feathers. So you want to make sure you get some glue. You could use tape, but you want to get a little glue, and you're going to just put some glue on the end of your feather like this, and then you're going to stick it to, just like that. Or you can also take your feather, put the little glue on it like you said, and then take and tie a nice little knot around the feather just like you did with your bead. Make sure you put a little glue with it too to help kind of hold it in place, kind of thing. So we're just going to make sure this is facing the right way, just like that. And you'll keep going until you do the whole thing It's really awesome. It takes a little bit of time, but it'll be really cute and awesome. And so if you finish that, you could take a picture of it, show us, or bring it in. We'd love to see your decorations. We think you'll have a great time with it. Thanks for watching. Come see us soon. Bye.